Hi viewers, I am Abdul Koroma, the Marketing and Sales Officer of Think Mina. Today's discussion is International Women's Day with the theme Digital Innovation and Technology. I would like to introduce my colleagues. First of all, I'll let them do the introduction and also tell us what is their proudest achievement. Thank you.
Hi viewers, I am Khadija Jallo. I am the digital marketer for Think Mina. First of all, I am very happy today because when Abdul mentioned the topic, when I saw something like digital and innovation technology, I was like, wow, is it that UN is referring to Think Mina or is it UN is referring to me? Because I know it's something that depicts me as well, and so it is something that depicts us as Think Mina. Since I started working at Think Mina, by then, as I said, I wasn't that much digitally, sorry to say, even though I do have my pages, let's say my Instagram, my Facebook pages that I normally follow, but as I mentioned earlier on, that I am mostly focused on my books and all of those. I don't mostly even have time to go online or check in, because for me, I think being online or being in the digital part, like in the social media, is just a waste of time. And sometimes the concept that I normally have is that like it has also so many other negative impact, like it's just a waste of time. But viewers, I never knew that this digital wall can develop you and make you someone, or change your life, make you someone different. Right now I am different because by then, even to like take a picture, just like to handle a camera and take a picture, I know that all those things, let's say it has a rules, like you hold it this way and that way. So when I came here, sometime the first day that I was taking a picture, I hold the phone like this, so it will be like this. My boss will, Khadija, it's not like this, just make it like she will be showing me, but still I'll be doing it. Then she'll be like, Khadija, I said like this. So I'm saying, wow. So is it that if you are taking a picture also, there's a way that you should hold it. So I was like, okay, but all those things are part of learning. So thank God, at least now I am improving digitally and in terms of photography as well. As most people normally say that it's only a majority of the people that are photographers mostly are men, which nowadays it is changing. So let's say the topic also is creating a great impact in the society. So that was the thing. And also in terms of the contents that I normally create, sometimes because if you create something, you think that you are there, this thing is perfect. But then because I said that at school days I am good in English, they normally give me the prize of being a good English student and all of that. So sometimes I'll create a content, like let's say a text, which I will say yes, this text, if I show it to my boss, she'll be like, yeah, this, that. But if I'll just show her, she'll be like, Khadija, do you forgot this? For example, the name of a person should be capital. I was like, wow, imagine an English student now instead of using capital letter, for example, if at all is some tropic, you are using small letters. That was something very embarrassing to me. But later on with time, I'm also trying, not that because I don't know it, I know it, but I didn't realize it. So you see, that's something that I also learned here, which really helped me as well. But I will stop here because I know that I talk a lot, so I will hand you the mic so others can speak too.
Oh, thank you very much, Miss Jallo. I believe you're not married yet. Sorry, viewers. She's not yet taken. She's not yet taken. So, this was a very interesting discussion. And then the lady that inspired her, I believe she has now been a very creative individual, knowing the fact that she has never done digital marketing or so, but she has improved. And this is what that has been inspiring, because you not having any clue of how to do things, and now she is able to do that. It's something wonderful. And I believe now the challenge is not just about men doing it, but women can do it better as well. So this is very wonderful. Thank you, Miss Khadija.
Thank you.
I'm very proud that you've improved.
And thank you didn't call me Mrs. now.
Yes, I have to rectify that before, because she's not taking. All right, I would like to move on to the next discussion, which is what is your proudest achievement while working as a woman, and also on the Think Mina?
Well, thank you, Mr. Kroma. My name is Fatou Sala, the admin officer of Think Mina Limited. Well, Fatou is a young girl who is an accountant-oriented person. I learned accounting for 3 years because I was hoping that I would become an accountant one day. When I be in Think Mina Limited, at first, when I see the vacancy for us to apply for a job, I was thinking like, well, Think Mina is all about digital marketing. Because at first, I didn't know what Think Mina was really about. But then when I go to the internet and search what Think Mina really is, I become to know what Think Mina is. That is marketing, innovating, and then more of like digital marketing. So I was like, well, how can I add value to this company? Because I'm an accounting oriented person. I say, let me give it a try and see. So that's how I venture into the interview and become the admin officer of Think Mina. I started working as an admin for 6 months now. At first, I know nothing about admin work. I'll be in the office. I can say the first day I be in the office, I was like, wow, what is my role and responsibility as an admin? But then I said, and then CEO just sent a message, Fatu, I need to know how many people we have. I was like, well, how am I going to know that? At first, she will be like, Fatu, how many people do we have? I said, let me go back to my desk. And she said, no, you have to know it in your head. That I started developing myself on that part also. I started developing to memorize everybody that we have in here as our own staffs working under us. I gradually know their names and also their numbers and have everything in the system. Anytime CEO will call, Fatu, I need this, I send it back. But also through the sending process, I normally send through WhatsApp, text, SMS. CEO will Fatu, no, mail. I will send to mail and I will CC her. If I have to go back, you have to CC me. I didn't know how to CC. So I was like, how am I going to say it to her? Because I feel ashamed of saying I don't know how to CC. I went back to my desk, try, I cannot. I went back, ma, I cannot CC. Say, come, let me show you. That's the time I started developing myself, knowing how to send mail and also how to CC people. From there, I started working as an admin. From there, I learned a lot from her, especially on the digital side. I don't know anything about digital when it comes to digital marketing or communicating digitally, because at first all what I know is from WhatsApp, hi, hello, even the communication, like how are you, I would just cut it short and put you. But through Think Mina, I was able to know how to punctuate and also how to write and also how to send message professionally, like a professional lady. That's what I am today, thanks to our able CEO. I also achieved a great thing which I love and like the most, that is doing multiple tasks. Here in Think Mina, you will not be limited to your job only. You will be doing multiple kinds of job. I am the admin, but sometimes I will be a marketer. Sometimes I will be a camera woman. Sometimes I will also be like, Fatu, go and do this, go and do that. This time I know that it is right time for me to learn more about myself. Not being an admin officer, but I have to learn beyond that so that I can able to survive in Think Mina. Because if you are in Think Mina, if you cannot think, you cannot survive, definitely. Because our able CEO is someone whom you know that anything that she wants to do, she will come to us. Fatu, any idea? Abdul, any idea? Khadija, any idea? So I sit and then say, for me to add value in this company, I must know how to think. At first, I don't know how to talk, even how to express myself. I'll be trembling. But with her, I am able to develop myself. Now I can speak, and then I can write, and I can punctuate, all thanks to my Madam CEO. Because all what I learned before is plus and minus. Accounting, that's what we learn, how to balance, and then pass it. We don't know much, but then look at me now. I'm able to do all that thanks to her. That's the great achievement that I have in Think Mina here, and I love and cherish so much. From there, I would like to thank my CEO for putting that inspiration in me and then put the admin job in my spirit. Until now, I can able to do it. Even if I'm sleeping, if you wake me up, anything you ask, I will answer. Thanks to her. And then thanks to the entire team also. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. That was a very interesting discussion. I believe many women will be so much inspired by the development of our able admin officer at Think Mina, with the culture being developed, through our CEO. She is definitely a wonderful lady, and definitely viewers will really, really like to know how she inspire and influence her workers around her working environment and her at wide. This is something we are very much interested to know. We will definitely also want to hear from her, our able CEO.
Thank you. You guys give me too much credit. I say that all the time, and now I'm blushing. I'm sitting here. it's really nice to have this conversation in International Women's, month. It should be International Women's Month every day. For men too, and we have our accountant sitting over there looking at me like, oh, okay, are we going to talk about men too? But we're not biased, so we're not biased at all. We have equal genders in this office. We have 2 women and 2 men. So, well, I am also another employee. So so I guess 3 women, 2 men. We're still not biased. So, inspiration to me, I really think the way we inspire is those who are willing to be inspired, because sometimes you do your best to inspire people, but then they're not willing to learn. I think the credit goes to you guys, to be honest. I think, Abdul, also people would like to know more about you, like what you do, where you came from. You also had a background, before technology, you had a background, and now you're like really doing well with what you do, and you guys are experts in your areas. Sometimes I really think people do not understand how they hire, because you think that you have to hire people who know everything, who are experts in their area. Yes, of course you need to have some skills. It's very important. But then the skill also with digital, that's the biggest issue we face in the Gambia, is that many people are not really digitalized. Many people are not exposed to digital. Many people are exposed to social media. You have your Facebook page, you have your Instagram, like Khadija mentioned. She will go and post something, and then she will go back and sleep and never go back to that. And someone will comment, and then she will come back 1 year later and say, oh my God, someone posted, oh, someone said hi, or TikTok, and you have many great TikTokers now in the Gambia, who are exposed on digital. But sometimes people use digital for the wrong reasons. They will go and post things and that maybe are not really good images, or maybe they're not that impactful. And our idea of digital marketing or digital in technology, just being out there, is to inspire, is to find a way to sell our clients. More than even think Mina. I think most of the time when you see what we do, you see our clients. You don't really see us. You see Tropic, you don't really see us. You see Jam, you see Wave, you see Quick Cook, you see Lamfa, you see everything else, but you don't really see Think Mina. And I think that is the most important thing for us. And I mentioned this one time to young people. I said to them, when you're using digital marketing, when you're using technology, no matter what, no matter how much you use it, it's great. You go and post. That's already, social media is digital, but then it's not really to the in-depth of digital marketing as we do here in the company. But when we're talking as far as women, or young women, especially right now, use it for the right reasons. Use it in the best way possible. Because when I look for someone to hire, sometimes we say, hey, drop your social media platform, the name of your social media. Sometimes we go to your social media and we check on you, and we see how do you really present yourself, how do you because everything about you is already there. When you sleep, you post, hey, I'm going to bed. When you're doing something, you're like, hey, I'm in the club. But how do you put yourself out there? Use it for your own brand. Use it for your own personal gain, for your own profit, how to build businesses. Or maybe, some people actually find a way to use digital marketing to YouTube to increase their viewing, they increase their following, increase their subscription. But guess what they use it for? At the end of the day, especially in the US, people then start selling stuff. They're like, hey, by the way, I make lotion too. Buy it from me, and people buy it. Yeah. So that's the best way to use digital in this era that we're in, And I am really hoping to see more young people in the digital world to be able to use it to be impactful. In this office we have an admin, but our admin is now digital. Our admin is always online, and this is where we do Google sharing, Google this, Google that. They like talk about Microsoft at that time. I'm like, no, we're doing, Google, because for me, everything about iCloud, everything about Google, and everything about Gmail is really where I want to be. Because in this case, anywhere you are around the world, if our, let's say accountant is somewhere at home, There's a way we can just say a document and we all look at it together. We all edit it together. Contracts, we do it together. I know I went out of your question when it comes to the inspire. How do I inspire? I think this is how really I inspire, because it's mostly talking. It's mostly having conversation with you guys. It's mostly also asking questions. So sometimes I have the answer in my office and I'll put it down and I'll come to the office. What do you guys think about this idea? I think, so because it brings us all, we interact, and then my idea may be the worst one. And then I'm like, oh, this is a better idea. We're not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to take ideas from Abdul and say, hey, let's implement this. It doesn't mean that I am a less of a boss. I think it's not a boss. It's not about CEO. I say that all the time. You are nothing without those who are listening or that are with you, that you lead. So I think that's really my inspiration. It's about leading for change. It's about making sure that when I'm not here at Think Mina, my team got my back, and that is more important to me. Well, let's talk about you. I want to hear more. And then and then accountant, you're gonna come in the image.
So now, Madam is the host now.
Yes. Thank you very much. This was very wonderful. I am very, very impressed with my able workers and my CEO as well. I'm very, very happy to be part of this International Women's Day with the little discussion that we have, rather than just being at the office and then trying to figure out what to do next. Okay, I believe viewers and my able colleagues are really, really wondering and wanting to know how I started digital marketing, how I managed to be a marketer. Yes. Actually, yes, I also did accounting and finance, but then eventually I also had experiences working in different angles. I have been in a betting company and been as a manager as well, being as also an admin at the betting company. Also, I also become a banker. From there, I applied to be a Think Mina. I was very impressed with the project. I felt like there is something wonderful in this company. I didn't know exactly what I was going to be. I thought I was going to be the finance officer, but eventually I found myself in the marketing department, not knowing that I have a skill of talking, not knowing that I have a skill of selling. But yes, I used to do that with my uncle's business, by them sending some businesses to me, some cars, which I'll do, but not knowing that I'm already a good salesperson. So that was how I was taking. Like, my boss told me, I think you're good at marketing. Do you know why? I said no. And she was like, you can talk. I said, really? I said, oh, I never knew I have a hidden quality. So it was so nice for me. And then I started trying to research, because marketing is all about researching. I had to research, trying to know what my roles are, and it was something wonderful, right? I felt like I'm already in the culture and developing myself in a way that I can be in anywhere. At least I've gained an experience which is added to me, and it's very inspiring by how my CEO will coach me. She coaches me. She tells me, this is what you do, this is what next you do. You have to follow on up your client. Have you called your client? Abdul, have you checked on your client? Have you sent the invoice? Invoices are very important. You guys need to know that invoices, the moment you have a client, don't waste time. Send the invoice immediately. That is what she tells me. I was like, okay, ma'am, no problem, I will do that. And eventually I began to see the results. Yes, you see, I have a pending one that has to go. So this is how it started with me, and eventually I'm now becoming an expertise in marketing. At least I'm developing in a way. I'm very happy, and I hope I can still improve on myself. Thank you all for having me here to host this International Women's Day. I'm very happy, and I believe Khadija would like to say something.
No, we just want to conclude by saying Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you.
Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you.